kickoff for Cincinnati.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. They find some open field here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
First down, right back to Judkins. They'll take this to the 46. The Browns at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's downfield. He's got Phantom. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The rookie from Washington putting it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
3rd and 3.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Sanders on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
That's caught on the Yoshi box. get this down near the 25. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
A gain of 14.
On one, right?
First down, Bengals.
Here we go. 180. Nice up. 1190. 1190.
Here's Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Noah Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in contract time.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we are at 500, and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Here we go. Here we go.
He'll try again with a here on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for David.
You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On one,
The
right?
Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
180. Right up. Stop.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And they'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. This defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Burrow looking to pass. Got one out wide and intercepted.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. An inside run with Jenkins. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction.
And they'll take this one down near the 15.
Tackled on the play by Miles Murphy. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins.
And he stopped immediately there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 8.
Go! Ready?
He'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Back! Yep, ready,
He'll look to throw.
They'll swing this out to Jenkins.
And this will result in it losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Let's go!
They'll set up to throw. He's got it. Touchdown.
Crenshaw Jenkins
From 3 yards out.
and the Browns are once again back in front.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Browns 10, Bengals 7. Jason Sanders set
Now
to
after
kick
the
off.
touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he could even make it to the 15.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 11 empty. 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 180. What is up? 11 empty. Take. Check. 11 empty. Take. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Now it's Burrow.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Come on. Sit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Setting up a screen for Jenkins.
And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And the Bengals.
Here we go. Cut. Cut.
Burrow will throw. That was short one to Gesicki. Still going.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
Here we go. Cut.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He's just set. Wide 80. Wide is hot. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Wide 80. Wide is hot. 11. 11. Stop.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Here we go. 180. It's hot.
Now Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Bengals first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Got. 11.
Now it's Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On one, ready?
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
180.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release.
13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you, Tom.
Oh, and now some space grappling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's good for a Brown.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the
as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
At the Bengals' 19-yard line.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
79 Broncos. Cowboys.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got the Joker over the middle. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
A 10-yard loss.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout.
19-yard line.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Sanders' kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Bengals first down.
On 2. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Second and 4.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
I'm one, right?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Gun. Dot. 12, 11. Dot.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Jerry Judy. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Give up the middle. Judkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go. Start.
On 3rd down, they'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Let's go. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This short pass and lands in the Joker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
17 yards.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 9. Back to throw again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And the Browns are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they're certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Here we go.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. His second rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bengals 13. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
In motion right is Brown. Back to throw here. This will be caught by Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And it's 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The problem was a proper defensive battle, and almost a physical reaction. Watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Ready.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready. Let's go. Second 60.
They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the lead will hold at 10. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start. Gets by him, and now they're dealing. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. Here we go. To force him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now it's Burrow. He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Here we go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Browns.
And Chase will go in motion left. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2.
2nd down and 3.
Here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out left to Dotson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
5-yard gain on the play.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down.
On 1, ready?
10 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go. 11 MT. Start.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
On 1, ready?
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Gun. Shot.
On the ground, it's Taj Brooks. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taj Brooks with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Jenkins going to run it out again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got him in wide open. Complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Charger, 19 ready? Panther 60, Panther ready?
He'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Ready? Bronco 80. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Browns 30, Bengals 27. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. first down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go!
They'll drop to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Right back to Tolbert. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On the handoff, this is Judkins. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number 1.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from a big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Cowboy 80.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Gets by him at the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
On 1, ready?
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80.
Burrow will throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Burrow. Dotson, he's got it. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Burrow. This is caught. It's Burrow. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
On 1, ready? 11. 180.
Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
18 Cardinal.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice.